After a slow start, Los Angeles is finishing strong, sweeping through Colorado in the first round, shutting the door on Dallas in the second, giving the Galaxy a chance for what they want most, revenge. An offseason full of changes, but United did not miss a beat. D.C. dominated with MLS's best mark, then blew past the Fusion and saved something special for Columbus. Now, it's time to regain their crown. And welcome back to Foxborough. We are getting set for the opening kickoff of MLS Cup 99. Phil Shane and Ty Keogh with you here in the booth, getting set for what should be one heck of a showdown. Arguably the two best teams in 1999 in the regular season. Take a look at the difference the last time these two teams met in similar circumstances. It is quite a turnaround. Mentioned dodging pneumonia in '96. Might be a little bit much to say you're dodging a sunburn today, but pleasant conditions on a fall day at Foxborough. Similar to what will happen in the regular season next year, the rules for today's MLS Cup, the clock will count up, and that man, Tim Whalen, the man in the middle, will control it on his wrist. The official time being kept on the field. Also, if this game should end tied, we will go to overtime. Golden goal or sudden death, 15-minute periods. If we're scoreless, we would go to a shootout. You can take a look at the two teams on the field. The black and white of the imposing D.C. United defending the goal to the right, and the light-colored jerseys of Los Angeles ready to attack. We are underway, and Mauricio Cienfuegos touches the ball back to Greg Vanney, and outside to Clint Mathis, who blasts it up but out of play. And a matchup on that side is something we will be keeping an eye on. Clint Mathis, one of the bright young Americans. MLS Cup 99 can be heard in Spanish. Just press the SAP button, the SAP button on your remote. Near side, Jeff Egas, who has had a turnaround in 1999. Long blast in for Olsen. Acrobatic cross to the near side. Good idea, but no one home.
That is perhaps DC's best ability, being able to switch the point of attack on those long diagonal balls, especially from Jeff Egas, their left back.
Like to thank Honda and all of our other Major League Soccer sponsors for allowing us to bring you MLS Cup 99 without interruption. Near side, a little bit of an interruption in Carlos Hermoso's path as Carlos Hermosillo gets some frustrated advice. Long ball, far side, and quite a show here today. Near Boston, the stands still filling up as people filing into Foxborough. Every year, this event seems to get better and better. Kerry Talley, one of the late additions to the starting lineup for DC, playing it back to Tom Prestis, and talking to Thomas Rongen, the head coach, he said, Talley over Diego Senor, perhaps the toughest decision he's had to make all year. Here's Jaime Moreno, tries it on the turn, and a foul is called. Free kick, LA.
Well, the right back position for DC United normally is Diego Senores, although Kerry Talley has performed quite well in the center when Carlos Hermoso was out with injury. Now he's filling in for Sonora on the right. And it's really also an advantage for DC on set plays, high balls into either box, and that's also what Rongen talked about when he decided to start Talley over Sonora.
Here's a chance for Olsen, one of the best crossers in MLS. That one will not show why, as he sent that one sailing high over Hartman's net. Goal kick for Los Angeles, and when you take a look at Kevin Hartman's performance in 1999, talk about continuing to get better. First goalkeeper in MLS history to shut down opponents at under a goal a game. 20 wins this season, tops in the league. Across midfield. Glancing on. Hermosillo lets it run. Myers, Jones, Hermosillo, deflected shot, and Prestis without a bottle. Prestis throws it out to the far side, and he's had some success against Los Angeles. Kevin Hartman has not had the same to say against DC. 3 minutes left, gone here in the game, here in the first half of play. These two teams met twice this year, and they each won on the road. June 19th at DC, LA 2-1 victors on a controversial free kick by Mauricio Cienfuegos when the clock was stopped with 6 seconds left. September 25th at LA with their B squad united an impressive 2-0 victory over the Galaxy. Here's Mathis against Olsen. Mathis flicked from Hermosillo and an off-balance shot from Danny PENA.
Phil, there was some concern that the LA Galaxy would come out in a defensive shell and just try to frustrate DC United, maybe take the crowd, which should be a pro-Eastern Conference crowd, out of the game. But instead, we've seen already good possession play for LA through midfield and a couple near chances around DC's goal.
Robin Fraser trying to make sure DC does not get the same. Myers, Hendrickson, stolen by Echeverry, stolen back by the Galaxy. Cienfuegos, he will be everywhere on the field today. PENA chips it out of play, an off-balance pass, and a throw-in for Egas.
When you talk to the LA Galaxy coach, all he talks about is being able to contain Marco Echeverry, the outstanding playmaker for DC United, the outstanding playmaker in all of Major League Soccer. And one of the reasons it's so important, and Sigi Schmidt has emphasized so much possession for the LA Galaxy, if LA has the ball, that means Echeverry doesn't.
You can see the scope he has on that left foot, rifling the pass to Talley. Throw in. Moreno tries to play it, but Paul Caligiuri seems to have found the fountain of youth this year. Heads it out of play. Throw in deep. Moreno could not control, and a goal kick for Hartman. There's a good look at Paul Caligiuri, 35 years of age. Very familiar in the Los Angeles area, captain of the '85 national champions at UCLA for Sigi Schmidt, one of Schmidt's 3 national titles. Now he's looking for his first as a pro. The crowd still settling in. And quite a turnout today without the revolution. Pressure, Yamosa with Hermosillo on his back, and an acrobatic effort to save the corner kick does Jeff Egas. That will be a throw-in. One of the undersung defenders, even though he is a best 11, Jeff Egas. Myers. Cienfuegos pressure. Still Myers. Egas clears. Caligiuri steps up to win it. PENA, Mathis, PENA, and stepping in front was Ben Olsen. 98th Rookie of the Year, up the line to Lassiter, cutting over is Fraser, takes the body, takes the tumble, but saves the breakaway. It will be a corner kick. Fraser is down though, and that could be a big concern for Los Angeles.
But a big weapon for DC United in the attack is the getaway speed of Roy Lassiter. And Thomas Ronga, the DC coach, talked to us before the game saying one of the keys for DC was to get the ball early into Roy Lassiter as well as into Jaime Moreno, because if they have space and they have some time, they could do a lot of damage. This time it's Fraser who had to come over to help close that down, and he's had shoulder problems in the past.
He has, so has Danny PENA. Seems to be something that happens once you hit that 30-year-old mark, but Roy Lassiter perhaps a little lucky not to get called for a foul. Plenty of United fans making the trek up from the DC area. You can see Lassiter coming from behind here.
Lassiter really jumped into the space there, and again, very well played by Robin Fraser because he positioned his body so well, but he ended up being off balance after the bump.
Iago Piera, the trainer on the right of the screen, waving over for a stretcher, or at least for the team doctor, and that's not a good sign as Steve Jolly warms up on the LA sideline, and this is not the way we wanted to get underway today. 7 minutes and ticking, and again a reminder, the clock counting up today, and the referee actually keeping the official time on the field, so we will see some stoppage time after the clock hits 45 minutes. Stay tuned for pop star Christina Aguilera's halftime show, presented by Aleve, the official pain reliever of MLS Cup 99. I think Robin Fraser might want to take a couple right now. Christina performing a song medley, including her hit single, Genie in a Bottle. Sigi Schmidt hoping for a little bit of luck from the Genie right now. They're going to wheel the stretcher off, and luckily for Fraser, he will not be on it.
And I think he is done for today. What a crushing blow that is for the LA Galaxy, not only because they lose a national team defender in Robin Fraser, but the fact is he's their captain and their leader at the back.
Find out more from field level in just a moment. And it looks like they will make the substitution. Steve Jolly putting on the game jersey. Jolly, a Virginia Beach native, 24 years of age. first-round pick in the '97 draft out of William and Mary. Found himself on the outside looking in 1999, but he did get plenty of experience last year, but nowhere near the experience that's walking off the field right now in Robin Fraser. This a big blow.
What an emotional disappointment also for Fraser.
Corner kick coming in. Marco Echeverry getting set to swing this in. Let's see how LA handles the pressure. To the back post, looking for Eddie Pope. And Pope had a hold of Ezra Hendrickson. That will be a foul and a free kick. Let's go down to field level and bring in Rob Stone. Rob, more on the injury?
Oh yeah, I just spoke with the LA training staff. Obviously Robin is out. They're fearing they might have broken his collarbone. He's going into the locker room. The doctor's escorting him out right now by me as we speak. Robin Fraser, the MLS Defender of the Year, gone about 9 minutes into this game.
Near side, Kobe Jones can't control. Yamosa to midfield. Echeverry to Williams. Far side, Talley. Fighting through Mathis. Tripped up, foul against LA. Free kick for DC. Some whistles from the crowd. Obviously the Revolution fans used to rooting against United. Be interesting to see if they jump on the Galaxy bandwagon. Echeverry from about 40 yards out. Flipped off the head of Yamosa and just wide of the net.
Well, right there you see how devastating the left foot of Marco Echeverry is in these set play situations. His serves impeccable straight onto the head of Carlos Yamosa. And Kevin Hartman reacted late, and he's dealing with some difficult sun conditions. See the long shadows out in front of him. He would not have been there had that ball been able to catch just inside the post.
Echeverry, back in 1993, second best player in South America, only to Carlos Valderrama. Both of them have gone on to some success. Caligiuri, a lot more pressure on him with Robin Fraser out of the lineup. Myers skies. Cienfuegos far side. Through ball for Jones. Double teamed against Olsen, who comes away with it. Knocked to the turf. Foul called. Mathis threw the body in.
Well, if there's a scrap, you'll always see Ben Olsen in the middle of it. He drew the foul there. But at the back for the LA Galaxy, without Robin Fraser, you have a capable defender in Steve Jolley coming in, but you don't have the same sort of ability to possess the ball out of the back, that confidence that Robin Fraser gives for LA to get them forward into the attack.
Over 4.5 cards a game. Cienfuegos far side. Tackled from behind, Ben Olsen. Free kick, LA. 11.5 gone. Cienfuegos flips it back nicely to Vanny. Lethal left, and he shows some skill to get past Echeverry. Mathis. Cienfuegos top of the box, sticking a boot in Moreno. PENA back heel, flipped off. Kobe Jones racing in, but Prestis gets there first. Near side Moreno. Jolley's first touch of the ball saves the breakaway. Echeverry the throw. Looking for Moreno, his countryman. Back to Maisman. Leaves it for Echeverry. Deflected as Myers flies in. And Hendrickson cannot save it. A throw in DC, box high. Moreno. Echeverry, one-on-one with Hendrickson. Lethal. Hendrickson stands him up, but it goes out for a corner kick. Williams, the motor of this DC engine. Pope fighting for position. Cienfuegos comes away. Could have been a handball, and it will be called against Williams.
Not a great deal of flow to this game thus far for either team. In fact, both teams having some problems keeping the ball in play. It's a relatively narrow field, about 68 yards wide.
Nice dummy by Myers. Pena leads it. In for Hermosillo, headed away by Llamosa. Agus near side for DC, slams it upfield. Lassiter backing in, Jolly won it. Llamosa did not get there, but the offside flag comes up against Hermosillo. That one looked close.
Not too much argument there. Clearly the correct call. Hermosillo was late coming out.
Caligiuri to the middle for Mathis. Through ball for Kobe Jones, and another sprawling tackle by Llamosa. Olsen's flick, no one running, no problem for Hartman. Hartman, another one of the numerous UCLA products on MLS. Long ball out of the back from Caligiuri. Talley plays it safe. Mathis. Myers. Dangerous ball for Hermosillo.
Please welcome today's honorary speaker.
Well, LA testing the DC defense. A nice little flick in by Myers. Too much space given by Carlos Llamosa to Carlos Hermosillo. Some calls for a handball there, and it has to be intentional. No chance that was.
Hartman saves the corner kick as Jolly heads it wide of the net. Lassiter pursuing. 1/4 hour gone. Another half to go here in the first half of play. Caligiuri up the line. Mathis. Coming back was Olsen. Jones gets it for LA. Near side, wide open Hendrickson. He spots him. Hendrickson in the box. Has help. Bending it across for Jones. Prestis lost sight of it. Still loose in the box. Foul called against Kobe Jones as he was crawling up Eddie Pope's legs. But a dangerous ball, and it was Hendrickson down the near side.
Impressive offensive firepower being exhibited by the LA Galaxy. Kobe Jones, what a battler in the box to try and keep that chance alive. But the fact is, DC right now having trouble getting a handle on the mobility and quickness of some of the attacking players for the LA Galaxy. Kobe Jones especially, Clint Mathis and Roy Myers complement him so well.
Olsen skies. Vanny wins. Lifting a boot was Mathis as Lassiter lowered his head. Talked about almost 30 fouls a game on average between these two teams when they meet. They're already close to 10. 9 fouls, and we've only gone about 1/4 of an hour. There's a lot to fight for today. Echeverry. Olsen can't control. Jones wins it for LA. Cienfuegos to the middle for Myers. He's the wild card for LA. Hermosillo to the near side. Hendrickson touching it forward nicely. Myers flips it to himself. Llamosa on his back. Into touch and a throw-in for LA. Hendrickson. Myers. Offside called. Llamosa was a little slow to push up, but he did so just in time.
LA surprising a lot of people, sending so many players into the attack. Kobe Jones starts it, gets it out to Easy. Ezra Hendrickson, and a driven ball to the near post. Kobe Jones within inches of jamming it in at the short side. Only a sliding Llamosa and a scrambling Eddie Pope kept that ball out of the net.
More on Robin Fraser down from field level. Rob?
Guys just came out of the locker room, spoke with the team doctor, told me it is a fractured clavicle. They're icing it right now. It's mobilized in a sling. They're going to x-ray him after the game. And this is unrelated to all of his previous shoulder problems. So again, Robin Fraser, fractured clavicle.
3-time LA Defender of the Year. Defender of the Year in MLS this year. Big blow for the Galaxy. Moreno down the near side. Jolly appealing for the ball. Throw in DC. Echeverry. Headed back to the middle. Lassiter. Sprawling kicks in. Hartman rolled in far side. Second chance Moreno. DC with the goal.
from Echeverry. Look at this toe save by Hartman, but he couldn't keep it up. Too many black shirts in the 6-yard box there. Lassiter makes the additional stab at it. The save by Hartman. Moreno there opportunistically. That's a great save on the right foot of Hartman, but he didn't have enough help to keep the ball out. And we talked about this field being only 68 yards wide, and that makes any throw-in a very dangerous weapon for either team. And Echeverry's throw in there actually went off an LA Galaxy defender, I believe Steve Jolly, into the face of the goal where Lassiter took the first shot.
Long blast far side, Olsen flipping it, expecting Talon to be running. He wasn't there. So the substitution, the early injury plays a role. Robin Fraser has a couple of inches on Steve Jolly in the jump. Long ball up front for Kobe Jones. Knocked to the turf, no call. Hermosillo back to PENA. Can LA equalize quickly? Mathis far side. Up the line for Myers. Talley slides across the end line. Corner kick for LA. Fraser out with the broken collarbone. Jolly in and off of his head. And a goal for DC. Maisner trying to clear. Finally, it's Agus. CALIGIURI to the near side. Here's Jolly.
Phil, I'm not so sure that Jolly doesn't have an equal jumping ability to Robin Fraser, but he doesn't have the same experience. He doesn't know Echeverry's throw as well, so he couldn't anticipate it as well.
Here's Moreno. He couldn't control it. Goal kick, Kevin.
Robin Fraser, who's played year after year, 4 years in this league against Marco Echeverry, aware of the power and accuracy of Marco Echeverry's throw-ins, probably would have done better than Steve Jolly in that situation.
Give Lassiter credit from the ground as well. He kept the ball alive. And Moreno, who has been lethal in 1999. Jason Price, the most valuable player of the league, but many think it was because Echeverry and Moreno split the DC vote. Moreno actually beat out Echeverry for United's most valuable player of the year, snapping a 3-year streak by El Diablo. Vanny. Mathis. Myers. Nice turn. Olsen intercepts. Lassiter to the middle. And Cienfuegos drops back to win it for LA. CALIGIURI. PENA. Nice turn. Myers. Double team every time he touches the ball. Olsen comes away with it. There's 4 DC players on that side of the field. Moreno with the goal to his name. Back heel Echeverry. Far side. Coming up. Olsen, blast, fire post, and it just sailed wide. Ben Olsen looking for the upper corner.
Well, there's a telepathic link between Jaime Moreno here on the ball and Marco Echeverry. It's like they've got some string in 2 cans. They know what the other guy's going to do before it happens to set up this chance. And Olsen's cross just a little bit high across the face of the goal. Look at Moreno. He knows already what Echeverry wanted and gets the ball to him without even looking.
Vanny. Mathis. Back to Vanny and up the line. Headed away last minute. Llamosa keeping a close eye on Senor Gol. Cienfuegos and Llamosa cuts in front to head it away. Vanny throwing the body in on Moreno. Nearing the midway point of the first half of play, and obviously DC's goal one of the telling points, but some 12 minutes before might have been the turning point of this game when Robin Fraser went down with the injury. Talley. Nice cross. No one on the back post. And Hendrickson can jog to the near side for the throw. And there is Robin Fraser. Kingston born, Miami raised. But right now, one of LA's best. And unfortunately for them, he's still in the holster. Hermosillo to the middle to Myers. Touched on to Cienfuegos. And there's Llamosa again. Olsen. Rare mistouch by Echeverry, but it goes straight to Maisner. Moreno one-on-one against CALIGIURI. Moreno. Olsen. Knocked to the turf. Maisner cross. Almost skims through to Lassiter. Jolly clears. Caligiuri to midfield. The loose ball's finding the black jerseys right now. Vanny up the line to Jones. Another chance for a break, but look at Eddie Pope. Kobe Jones close to a card, and in fact it will come out. Jones in the book as he took down Pope from behind.
Well, Kobe Jones and Eddie Pope, teammates on the U.S. national team, but today they're enemies. And you see here Kobe Jones coming in late, hard, and over the ball to get a hit in on Eddie Pope, and that's a well-deserved yellow card. He's lucky in a way here because the way he comes over the ball here, watch him lunge in. He's not aiming for the ball. He's aiming for Pope's leg up high. He gets the yellow card, and in slow motion, it almost looks like a red card offense. I talked to Kobe yesterday. I said, have you been in touch with Jeff Hagas, Eddie Pope, your teammates from the U.S. national team? Any talk going back and forth? He says, I haven't said a word to either one of them.
Talley to the far side. Kerry Talley stepping in for the ailing Diego Senora. Did such a good job that even though Senora back to health, Talley stays in the starting lineup. It is a banged up DC defense today, and even Carlos Llamosa out there with the injuries. More on that. Let's go to Rob Stone.
That's right, Phil. After the DC goal, Carlos Llamosa came over to the bench, said he's felt a twinge in that groin. That's a reoccurring problem. Thomas Rongen acted quickly. He brought Kurt Analfo down the side of the bench and said, Kurt, Carlos is having some problems. Stay warm and be ready. So DC might be losing a defender as well.
We'll keep our eyes. Danny Pena, Cienfuegos, pressure, gets it to Myers. LA needs something from Myers today to take the pressure off of Cienfuegos. Hendrickson, slow off the start. Vegas, no problem on defense. Coming up next on ABC Sports, it's the Grand Prix of figure skating. World silver medalist Michelle Kwan, world champion Alexei Yagudin, among some of the world's elite skaters competing. The road to the gold continues next, 4 Eastern on ABC Sports. Hendrickson. Good defense by Agus. Llamosa off the throw, and Maisner clears it to midfield. Jolly to Hartman. Off his boot, so Hartman can't pick it up. And that means DC can pressure. Caliguri over Cienfuegos. Williams wins it. A battle of the mighty mites. Olsen. Back heel. Moreno. There's that psychic ability. Maisner pinched in a little too much, and LA dodged a bullet. Maisner reacquired from Miami this year. A trade that actually was geared more to pick up Chris Albright, the promising young striker who went down with an injury, but Maisner has stepped back into the starting lineup. Vegas intercepted by Pena. Here's Mathis. Coming over from the left side, now on the right, as Kobe Jones has swung to the far side of the field. Williams, Moreno, Echeverry, Williams. Tight spaces, DC thrives. Vegas looking for Lassiter, cleared by Jolly. Hermosillo challenges, but well played by Llamosa.
Well, Diego Senora on the DC bench. He says he's ready to play. There's some question, though, about his injury. He has refused to take an x-ray after taking that strong hit from Stern John in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. It may be broken, but he's ready to go, and he is the first option off the bench for Thomas Rongen.
Llamosa sprawls and misses. Let's see if Cienfuegos can get LA on the board. Not if El Diablo can say anything about it. Last upfield. He eludes Vanny, but couldn't find Lassiter. Second chance off Maisner's boot. Moreno screaming for the ball. Hendrickson back on defense. Up the line. Still in play. Williams. Moreno, and back to Pope. Pope looking to get the entry pass. Mathis had it, couldn't control. Things settling into a lull as Los Angeles has dropped back on defense. Moreno. The Olays pouring out from the screaming Eagles and DC supporters. And Echeverry finally wanted to shake up things, sends it over the bar.
Well, DC overall, though, able to cope better with the smaller dimensions. They're working some nice passes in tight spaces. The goal in the 19th minute, Jaime Moreno finishes it off, but it's a big throw from Marco Echeverry. Lassiter takes the first stab at it. In fact, Lassiter had another touch. He's credited with an assist on this. Hartman nearly saved it, but couldn't keep hold of it. Moreno there to put it away for one of the easier finishes of his career.
One thing Jason Price said at the awards presentation last night, they don't rate goals, they just tally them, and Moreno picked up one there. Mathis. Agus dropping back. He is so composed this year.
DC at their best when they can stretch the field and keep possession that way. That's when you hear the Olays, but that's a real challenge today with the smaller confines here at Foxborough.
Hermosillo tries the back heel, but Hendrickson had left. Both intercepts. Maisner again clears. Vanny looking for Jones. Agus wins it. Echeverry. Lassiter. LA cannot leave a lot of green space in front of DC's number 15. Olsen, nice flip. Runs straight into Caligiuri. Looking for a foul. None would come. Moreno picking up his 5th goal of the '99 postseason so far today, and that's the only score so far. 1.5 hour gone. 15 more to go here in the first half of play. Mathis far side on the turn. Quick restart. Cienfuegos giving chase. Yamosa picks it off. Upfield, out of play. Let's go down to field level. Bring in Siggy Schmidt, the head coach of the Galaxy, with Rob Stone.
Coach, obviously we have to start with Robin Fraser. His loss, what does that mean to your team?
Well, obviously, you know, I mean, he's been a mainstay of our team all year, and losing him to a broken collarbone this early in the game certainly, you know, means everybody else just has to dig a little harder.
You were just speaking with Ezra Hendrickson. Looks like you're trying to shift up some personnel or maybe some style.
No, we were just making sure that I just want him to remind everybody that the clock was going to be different today, because we had talked about it before the game, but just you know, it's somebody new to remember and remind them in case, you know, somebody stops playing.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Corner kick. Loose. Jones. Out again. They'll try it again.
Well, that's about the 3rd time in this match already where the ball has been very loose and very up for grabs right in front of DC's goal. And the only difference here is that Moreno was able to jam one in, and LA hasn't had the same luck.
No shots, though, despite the chances. Mathis will swing this one out. Actually, Vanny headed off the post. Again headed in. Could have been an own goal. LA appeals, looking towards the near sideline. They will not win the argument.
This ball very close to crossing that line, but the ball, the entire ball must cross the entire line. Richie Williams at the post there. It hits the post twice, and it's Williams who saves the goal. It would have been an own goal off of Maisner.
And even though Williams was standing inside the goal area, the entire ball has to cross, and that one is a question. Some pushing and shoving and arguing going on, and Tim Whalen trying to calm down Roy Myers of the Galaxy.
Very, very close. Good positioning by Richie Williams. Good reaction, although it happened so quickly. But the fact is, Phil, doesn't matter where the defender is. It matters where the ball was, and it was not over the line.
3rd corner in a row. Over Prestis. Headed down. Agus could not control, and it will be a throw-in for LA. The Galaxy, with 15 minutes plus some stoppage time left to go, have been putting pressure on United's net. Moreno can't clear. Williams flipping it off of PENA. Lassiter just slams it across midfield. Tally with Hartman out of his net. Echeverry got the goal of the year against Miami when Jeff Cassaro was caught napping near midfield. Near side, Agus giving chase. It'll be a throw-in. Los Angeles. They have not given up. They took a few body blows with the injury to Fraser in the early goal for Moreno, but you can see they're starting to feel like the Galaxy of old. Jones, foul. Hendrickson, Myers, Cienfuegos with an opening. Hermosillo top of the box. Yamosa clears. Williams gets it to midfield, and here's Echeverry. Hendrickson playing some defense. Caligiuri in a foot race against Moreno. Did he pull him down? Play on, says Tim Whalen. Caligiuri perhaps a professional play and lucky to get away with it. Hermosillo on the turn, but Yamosa was back to clear it away. Nice flick by Myers, give and go with Mathis. Hermosillo, near side Hendrickson. Hendrickson against Maisner. Nice cross. Back post. Couldn't control it, Hermosillo, still alive. Maisner skies. And finally cleared away.
Well, Jaime Moreno's so dangerous at the other end with his speed and his hustle, also pressuring Paul Caligiuri a moment ago. Nearly got a free kick for DC, which you know what Marco Echeverry could do with those opportunities.
Slams off of Olsen, he paid the price. Stepping up Jolly, shot wide of the post. You know he wants to atone for that errant head ball which set up Moreno's goal, and he had a good chance there.
Well, overall, the LA Galaxy have had more scrambles in the penalty area in DC's end. This shot off the target by Steve Jolly, moving up from the back.
Presta's getting set to put it back in play. Robin Fraser on the LA bench after the injury in the 7th minute. Rob Stone with him.
Robin, how bitter of a pill is this one to swallow at a title game to have this happen?
It's a horrible, horrible turn of fate. Something I could never, ever predicted.
What's going through your mind right now? How helpless of a feeling is it sitting there on the sideline?
You know, there's so many different things I could have done and probably not gotten hurt. That's what comes to mind. You know, I went in, I won the ball, I poked it away, and then I got pushed from behind, and freak accident. You never know. I mean, I could have rolled over, gotten up, and never even thought about it.
Robin, we thank you for your time. We know Bruce Arena, the national team coach, is here. He's taking a very interest in your injury. Come back soon.
Best wishes to Robin Fraser, one of the best defenders, one of the best men in MLS.
Well, and the guy that pushed him on the play on which he broke his collarbone, a teammate with the U.S. national team, Roy Lassiter.
Offside the call, third of the day against the Galaxy. None against, speaking of Roy Lassiter, MLS's all-time leader in that category, Kobe Jones. Fighting for it. Williams jumps up for DC. Hendrickson, Williams, the tallest and the smallest, playing a little bit of head tennis there. Cleared away by Agus. Vanny touches it far side, and Lassiter giving chase. Here's a chance for Olsen. Fights through Mathis to the middle, and Mathis' second defensive chance wins it back for LA. Jones at midfield. Myers. Jolly to Caligiuri, who has stepped into the middle. Looking for Hermosillo, cleared again by Pope.
Carlos Hermosillo here being marked very tightly by Eddie Pope, sometimes Carlos Yamosa, and a guy that's helping us out today on the broadcast, Alexi Lalas, has had a lot of success in his career marking up against Hermosillo in international games, USA against Mexico, including a World Cup qualifier here in Foxborough about 2.5 years ago.
Yamosa needs to go out. I'm sure Thomas Ranga will look over at Alexi and just wonder. Here's a chance. Cienfuegos brought down Pena. Could have been a handball. No call. Cleared away by DC. Moreno to midfield.
There's some bad bounces in there right at the edge of the DC penalty area, which affected Pena's ability to prepare the ball for a shot.
Echeverry. Olsen on the outside. He'll use him. Across the sideline, throw in LA. While it might be a gorgeous New England day, there have been plenty of days of bad weather, and that is why the field is so chewed up, but they have done a nice job getting it as ready as they can. And the fans have shown their support today. DC giving their fans plenty of reason to cheer. Vanny looking for Jones near the box. Prestes comes out to grab it. Yahoo has been the place to follow MLS all season long, and now fans can log on to Yahoo Sports for all the latest Major League Soccer and the MLS Cup 99 stories. 39 minutes on the clock. Gone in half number one here at Foxborough Stadium. MLS Cup 99. DC against Los Angeles, the champions of the East against the champions of the West. Phil Shane, Ty Keogh with you as the 1-0 lead for DC is held up. Coming in hard was Myers. Lassiter on the ground.
Well, Roy Myers does come in a bit late. Lassiter's so quick and he's accelerating. He got the ball, but the second leg comes around. Watch Myers' left leg come around and clip a little bit of Lassiter's right ankle.
MLS Cup merchandise.
When you're a forward that's as fast as Lassiter, that's part of the price you pay. Defenders trying to contain you, come in as hard and as intimidating as they can.
Thomas Rongen, who used to coach here at New England last year, some big shoes to fill with Bruce Arena leaving to go to the national team, and he won back the Supporters Shield, best record in the regular season, and it looks like he's got the early makings of winning back the cup. Still another half to go, and at least 5 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Yamosa. Williams off the clearance for DC. Olsen. Talley stepping up. Back to Olsen. Olsen. Vanny clears for the Galaxy. Mathis keeps it alive. Cienfuegos stripped. Moreno against Mathis. That's a foul as Mathis had a hand on his shoulder, and Tim Whalen coming over to try and calm things down.
Well, Mathis hustling back on defense. He's really listed today as the left forward for the LA Galaxy, but he has those responsibilities coming back. And Jaime Moreno is a handful for any player, much less one whose specialty is really not defending like Clint Mathis.
16 fouls so far. The fans getting in voice as Echeverry getting set to swing it in play. Glancing blow off of Pope and wide of the target.
Echeverry targeting Eddie Pope much as he did in the first MLS Cup final here at Foxborough. This is an in-swinger. It's driven. Pope is there first. He's watched very closely there.
And a special performance by RCA reporting star Christina Aguilera.
Headed near side, Lassiter. Battle with Jolly. Throw-in coming up for DC, and Lassiter wants to take it quickly. Instead, he will leave it. Baisner headed to the middle by Caligiuri. Olsen, one-touch tally. Glancing throw on the cross, and Hartman dives out to punch it away, and he pays the price as he slams into Moreno.
That was a tough collision out in front of the LA goal, and Kevin Hartman had to get there. Ball coming across. Look at Hartman physically paying the price. Good cross by Kerry Talley, the right back. Moreno not quite there, but the incidental contact resulting after the play by Hartman could be serious.
The knee or the lower leg of Moreno against the head of Hartman, and Siggy Schmidt has already lost one player from the best defense in MLS this year in Robin Fraser. He can ill afford to lose his goalkeeper. You figured the defense would be strong, the defender of the year, the goalkeeper of the year, but now both of them are banged up.
Well, and despite the contact, Jaime Moreno played that very fairly. He was trying to get in and just get a nick on the ball to push it past Hartman, and the contact happened.
Stay tuned for pop star Christina Aguilera's halftime show presented by Aleve, the official pain reliever of MLS Cup 99. Christina performing a song medley, including her hit single, Genie in a Bottle. Of course, at this rate, we might not have much Aleve left to go by halftime.
Well, Hartman's a tough character. He's proven that. What a year as the MLS goalkeeper of the year in '99.
Well, Siggy Schmidt and Zach Abdel, the goalkeeper coach for the Galaxy, compare Hartman favorably with two guys who have quite a pedigree in Casey Keller and Brad Friedel. And Bruce Arena has noticed Hartman has gotten some shots, and he will get more as his pro career progresses. It's hard to believe he's only 24. He's been the starting goalkeeper for Los Angeles off and on since year one. Far side, Olsen. Nice touch at Javert. Mathis on defense, still in play, and it looks like that hustle on the far side will win a corner kick. Give Kerry Talley credit.
And Echeverry's pass into the corner there, designed to use every millimeter of space that is available on this Foxborough Stadium field today.
Echeverry. The whistle blows. Tim Whalen not happy with the pushing and shoving in the goal box. We've hit 45 minutes. We're into stoppage time, and down at midfield, 4 minutes will be added to the clock. 4 minutes left to go, and with all the injuries, easy to understand. Agus! What a save by Hartman. Echeverry and Agus work on that every day in practice, and it almost paid off.
Agus can't believe it. He absolutely nailed it at 60 miles per hour.
Let it away. Myers to midfield. Cienfuegos up the line, but LA, everyone was back in defense. Vanny to Cienfuegos. There's some room. Jones on the run. Jones against Maisner. Jones in the box. Jones knocked down. Tim Whalen looked like he was pointing to the spot. Changes his mind, and now LA surrounds him.
Kobe Jones, so dangerous on the one-on-one. Watch this acceleration, folks, and the double fake. He blows past Maisner. He is clipped. There is contact here. There's no question there's contact. As Jones tried to turn the corner. Now, whether it was enough for him to go completely down is very doubtful. He embellished it as well, looking for the call, but Maisner did make contact with him.
And Whalen
I don't blame
at the goal kick, but there was a big question there. Put it this way, if Kobe was acting, he should be up for Best Actor Oscars. Here's Myers. Mathis. There's still time. Left-footed shot. Some 2 minutes gone, and stoppage time as Prestis, the one-handed stop.
Well, I don't blame Tim Whalen for not buying it completely, because Kobe Jones did put it on. He embellished the fact that there was a little bit of contact there, and referees hate being taken in on something like that.
Nice work by Hendrickson. Jones wins it for LA. Maisner. Jolly back to Hartman. Lassiter pressures, and Hartman still under pressure. Out of the net. Olsen, the easiest goal he will score in his life. And DC with a 2-0 lead. What was Hartman thinking?
Well, another tough break for the LA Galaxy, but also a very grievous error. The ball played back by Jolly to Hartman. Look at the bad bounce he gets out in front, though. Then he hits this one. Now, he should have launched it right there. Instead, he kicks the ground, and it's a gift to Ben Olsen. There's one with, this is when it's got to go out of the stadium on his right foot. Instead, he kicks the ground. Very alert play by Ben Olsen to hit it first time, knowing that the net was empty.
It was set up for a left-footed clearance. He didn't favor the left, instead tried with the right and paid the price. Hendrickson, can they get one back? Pena off balance. And Hermosillo knocks out Prestes. Foul called. So 3 minutes into stoppage time. The second goal for DC. What a turnaround from 1996, and what a way for LA to close the deal if they can come back in the second half as the whistle blows to end it. At halftime in 96, Los Angeles was holding on to the 2-goal lead. Now DC goes into the locker room with the 2-goal margin.
Well, the Ben Olsen goal there nearly at the whistle of the first half. Absolutely critical because psychologically it takes the wind completely out of the sails of the LA Galaxy. If they're just down 1-0 at the half, they certainly could come back into this game. Now they really need to regroup.
By the way, regular season, LA 0-6 when entering the locker room trailing, but all the marbles will not on the line right now, and they are definitely today. Let's go down to field with Ben Olsen and our own John Hart. John?
Ben, you hear me? I'm here with Ben Olsen right now. Ben, obviously happy with the results in the first half and definitely happy with that goal. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good. You know, Roy did all the work. He worked hard, got me an open net. You know, I couldn't miss that one. But we just got to keep playing defense and see if we can't get out of this one.
Well done, Ben. Congrats.
Back here at Foxborough, DC will switch things around, at least the direction. They'll try and keep the roll there ongoing. A 2-0 lead as the Black-clad United defending the goal to the left, and the white-clad Galaxy trying to attack to the left of your screen. MLS Cup 99 can also be heard in Spanish by pressing the SAP button, the SAP button on your remote. Richie Williams garnering some MVP consideration, as Alexi alluded to at halftime, for his job shutting down Mauricio Cienfuegos in the first 45 minutes. We'd like to thank Aleve and all of our MLS sponsors for allowing us to bring you MLS Cup 99 without interruption. Williams, always in the middle.
What a different game this would be when you think about the ball that Richie Williams cleared off the goal line in the first half of play. The woodwork hit by the LA Galaxy on that head ball by Danny Pena, and even that potential penalty call when Kobe Jones did get clipped in the penalty area.
Moreno looking for Lassiter, cleared away. Etcheverry kept in play by Maisner. Agus. Tally near side. No subs to start the second half of play. Of course, the big sub came in the 7th minute. Robin Fraser knocked out with the broken collarbone, and Steve Jolley inserted. Nice play by Agus to get past Hendrickson. Blitzing header off Roy Lassiter and wide of the post. If it was on the left foot, that was a goal.
DC excels at crossing, especially from the left side with Jeff Agus. Lassiter in the clear there. Poor marking by the LA Galaxy defenders. Vanny the closest one to Lassiter, and Lassiter really should be able to put that good of a cross on the goal.
DC has had success getting down the flanks and getting the crosses in. We saw Olsen in the first half. Little bit of a surprise because the field a little narrower today, only 68 yards. Here's Lassiter, beats the offside. Vanny slips back to Olsen. Etcheverry wanted it. Olsen couldn't get it. Tally. Etcheverry screaming for the ball. Tally decides to try and take it himself. Finally touched away by Pena. Los Angeles could use a little invigoration during the second 45 minutes. Olsen tripped. Mathis whistled for the foul, and Tim Whelan saying, "What do you expect me to call?"
Well, the intensity of El Diablo Marco Etcheverry showing through once again. Involved in the first goal with his big throw-in. It ended up being a loose ball in the 6-yard box, and DC able to finish it off. Lassiter and then Moreno.
two-man wall. Hartman stepping gingerly about a yard off his line. Looking for the upper corner. Did not quite have the sights set on that one, but he was going straight for goal. Talked about what LA needs. Well, in the postseason of '99, they've been able to get it. More than half of their goals in the postseason have come in the second half.
And there's your key right there, Mauricio Cienfuegos, their playmaker. He's the guy that controls the attack and is able to then maximize the speed advantage that LA does have with Coby Jones and Clint Mathis, as well as Ezra Hendrickson.
Lassiter whistled for the foul. Ball CALIGIURI. Restarts to Vanni. Lassiter pursues. Backheel effort. Mathis tries to keep it in play. Won by DC, and here's Talley. Moreno gaining some separation and a nice ball. It's a foot race. Jolly gets there first and forced to clear it away.
Steve Jolly, what a shock to him. He's sitting on the bench thinking he's going to enjoy most of this championship game as a spectator. Instead, had to come on because of Robin Fraser's injury. And Jolly does bring you athleticism. He can stay with the Jaime Moreno or Roy Lassiter speed-wise and physically, but he doesn't have the presence of mind of the guy he replaced, Captain Robin Fraser.
Agas's cross headed away by Mathis. Fraser knocked out early in the first half, and a collision with Roy Lassiter landed awkwardly, broke his collarbone, and the 1999 Defender of the Year trades places with Jolly. Mathis still down, and it looks like DC will send this one into touch and allow Mathis to receive some treatment. He's hearing some church bells, and while it might be Sunday, there's not a church anywhere in sight around here.
Well, Mathis again trying to do some defending, takes the ball straight on in the face. He should be able to shake this off. But here's a guy who's really sacrificing for his team. He's really a forward. But when Carlos Hermosillo joined the LA Galaxy, Clint Mathis's options became more as an attacking midfielder or even a wide player. And frankly, he's excelled on this left side for LA throughout the playoffs.
Looking for Olsen down the near side, and it is a throw-in. CALIGIURI on the throw. Hermosillo. Jones. Hermosillo dodges the triple team. Rolls it in for Cienfuegos, who wasn't quite expecting it. Take a look at our Buchweiser scoring summary. The early goal off the poor clearance from Jolly found the boot of Moreno. And Olsen in the 45th minute humbles Kevin Hartman even further. 3 minutes into injury time, and what a way to go into the locker room for the Galaxy.
Well, this chopped up surface, the bad bounces, definitely a factor in that second goal for DC. As the ball was played in to Kevin Hartman, their goalkeeper, he got a terrible hop, but then he made some poor decisions after that. He had a couple of chances in which to get the danger cleared away. He waited too long, and some real hustle by Lassiter and Moreno set it up for Olsen.
Jones can't get past Llamosa after a nice pass from Hermosillo. Maisner looking for help down the line. It wasn't there, so the Galaxy will hold on to possession. Hermosillo, over 300 goals in his career, but forced to play a little deeper in the LA attack, trying to get something going for Coby Jones. Poor clearance from CALIGIURI. Echeverry intercepts. Lassiter, Olsen. Hard tackle from behind, and Roy Myers is hurt. A card against Olsen on the tackle.
Well, Ben Olsen a bit over-aggressive here. He thinks he has a shot at the ball. He misses it. His second leg comes through and catches Roy Myers from behind. Clear yellow card offense.
Yellow card in the 53rd minute, and as you look at the clock in the upper left of your screen, you might notice it's counting up. They're basically playing the rules for today's game the way they will next year. The clock counting up, clock on the wrist. Plenty of news coming out of the commissioner's office this week. And speaking of it, Don Garber, the new commissioner for MLS, on the field with Rob Stone.
Yeah, that's some good timing, huh, Phil? What a glorious capping to a nice season, huh?
Oh, it's great. What a beautiful day. It was two terrific teams, a wonderful halftime show. We couldn't have asked for it to be any better than it is.
There's been a lot of positive chi, if you will, coming out of Major League Soccer the last couple months, last couple weeks. You have some even more good news to report now.
We've got great momentum going through our Cup game and into next year. Yesterday, right before our Big Owl event, we signed Ronald Cerritos from San Jose. Tremendous signing for us, and part of what I think will be just great news as we go forward into next year.
Commissioner, thanks for your time. We'll see you on that stand giving out that trophy.
Great to be here. Thanks, Rob.
Well, right now it looks like it could be going to D.C. unless LA can get something going in the next 35 minutes or so. Hermosillo tries. Echeverry back in defense. Olsen. And back to Hartman.
Well, D.C. feels like this trophy has belonged to them all along. They weren't very pleased when they had to give it up for a year to the Chicago Fire, an expansion team in '98.
Talley's second effort sends it away for the throw-in. Jones tackled. Maisner whistled. Free kick LA. This a dangerous chance, some 5 yards outside the box. Mauricio Cienfuegos lethal from this range.
Not only him, but Greg Vanny. And if you talk to Siggy Schmidt, the LA coach, he feels that one of the biggest improvements that have been made this year for the LA Galaxy is their consistency on free kicks from either side. Something they've worked on over and over again.
This could be LA's best chance to get back in this one. Two-man wall. Cienfuegos with Vanny to his right. Headed away by Maisner. And a throw-in and another LA chance goes wanting. Long throw. Myers drops it back to Vanny. Nice pressure from Maisner, wins the ball for DC. Far side Moreno trying to run past Jolly. Near side Lassiter and Echeverry are open. He finds El Diablo. Olsen running down the wing. Olsen in the box. Left to the middle. A sprawling stop by Caligiuri, who touches it across the end line.
But flawless timing on the overlapping run by Ben Olsen, and the release by Echeverry. Picture perfect. Good defensive positioning by Caligiuri to eventually get the ball out of danger.
Fourth corner of the game for DC. Near post one for Yamosa, goes back post. Still in play, loose in the box, cleared by Hendrickson. Far side Mathis, that was dangerous. Saturday, Spain's El Nino, Sergio Garcia competing in his first Skins game. Joining Fred Couples, Marco Mira, David Duval, and one of America's favorite Thanksgiving traditions, Green for the Green. Saturday, 4:30 Eastern on ABC Sports. Vanny. Hendrickson fighting the sun. No one touched it. It will be a goal kick.
DC attacking well down the flanks. Moreno switching the point of attack into his fellow Bolivian Marco Echeverry. Look at Ben Olsen on the overlap. Perfectly timed release by Echeverry. This ball driven. And there's the right foot of Paul Caligiuri as he was positioned to make the big defensive play.
Hermosillo fighting for it. Cienfuegos can't get it over Eddie Pope. Everything LA has tried today, DC has the answer for. Through ball for Jones. Yamosa touches it wide. Clashes into Prestes. It'll be a corner kick, but Kobe Jones thought he had it.
Well, Yamosa still has a left medial collateral ligament that is not completely healed. Eddie Pope couldn't get to this. A good through ball. Yamosa. What a defensive play, because I think Kobe Jones may have himself a goal here. Good ball out of midfield. Yamosa then getting sandwiched between Kobe Jones and an onrushing Tom Prestis. And you feel bad for Yamosa. He may have saved the game, or he may have saved a goal, but he came into this game injured, and he may have re-injured himself.
Well, Rob told us in the first half, DC was already considering making a switch in the back. You wonder if those thoughts have cemented a little bit. Carlos Yamosa on the field, now off.
Well, we'll take you back to the first half in only the 19th minute. Echeverry throw-in turns into a scramble in front of the goal, and Moreno finished it off. And it was against the run of play. Here's something you don't want to try. If you got a chance to get it out and you're a goalkeeper, you got to get it out, or you pay the price. And the guy charging and finishing it was Ben Olsen.
Buchweiser scoring summary, Moreno and Olsen tallying. Yamosa will gut it out, staying out there in defense. Whistle blows, corner kick coming up for Los Angeles. Vanny, Prestis, no problem. Yamosa still limping. 7 years ago, this was a struggling immigrant from Colombia who was trying to make his way, working at the World Trade Center on that fateful day. Went out for lunch. Lucky to be alive, he says. He's turned that chance into the soccer field, progressing into perhaps the best defender in MLS.
Now, we talked about the DC defense at the start of this game. 3 U.S. national team players, Yamosa, Pope, and Agus. They were critical in getting to this game by beating Columbus and stopping Brian McBride and Sturgeon. And today, both Pope and Yamosa have been flawless against Hermosillo and Kobe Jones.
Cienfuegos actually had 2 seconds without Richie Williams in his viewfinder. Back to Jolly. Tried to blast it through the middle. Maisner was there to fill the gap. Caligiuri again, just enough stretch to get it. 1 hour gone, 30 minutes remain in regulation. Should LA come back to tie, 2 15-minute periods of golden goal overtime to determine a winner. But right now, DC a 2-0 lead, and a very similar situation to '96 with the tables turned.
Well, the LA Galaxy have really yet to establish a playing rhythm. Part of that is the tight confines of the field here at Foxborough. Part of it is a difficult surface through the middle of the field, which I think is limiting Cienfuegos' contributions just as much as the tight marking by Richie Williams. So LA needs to establish possession through Cienfuegos, establish a rhythm if they're expected to be able to bring into their attack players like Roy Myers and Ezra Henderson, who come into the attack from more deep positions.
Getting a few shots on Prestis wouldn't hurt either. Talking about a guy who's a confidence type keeper. When it's on, it's on. When it's off, he can be shaky. And right now, Prestis has not been busy. Only 3 shots to face all day.
Well, Kobe Jones has looked dangerous at times. He almost drew a penalty kick call in the first half. But again, the key, Yamosa, Eddie Pope have been so solid. They've not let Hermosillo have time to turn. They've not let him post up near the goal, which he does so well.
Talley can't control on the trap, keeps it alive to Olsen. No, he doesn't. Out of play for the throw-in. Let's go down to field level. Rob, you got something?
Yeah, I just stole a moment with DC head coach Thomas Wrong, and they are really keeping a close eye on Carlos Yamosa in his left knee right now. He said, if Carlos goes out, what do you do? He says Diego Senora will go in, move Kerry Talley to a more central location. They're going to keep a real close eye in the next 2 minutes or so, but you know, this is a risky business, keeping a star defender, a gimpy one out there versus these superstars on LA up front.
And that is a lineup which has worked for them at the back here in the playoffs, because Yamosa missed the first 4 playoff games of '99 with that same left knee injury.
Foul chance a little closer for Cienfuegos. Last one he tried to pass to a slashing runner. This one might be target territory. Again, Vanny serving as an option. Vanny, back post. Hendrickson couldn't get there because Pope had him covered. Talley paying the physical price in the middle.
See Carlos Llamosa, he's got the right knee bandaged up. That's an old injury. That's not the one that's affecting his ability to perhaps finish this game today. The injury to his left knee is the one that kept him out early in this playoff campaign.
Moreno and Lassiter with the give and go. Remember, it was Moreno's pressure to force the ball free, which eventually found his boot again, putting the first goal in the net behind Kevin Hartman. Kobe Jones not a hope of catching up with that one despite his speed.
Well, this field affects Kobe Jones perhaps more than any other player because he is able to outrace defenders, but not only is this field a bit narrow, it's a bit on the short side as well. Good field should probably be around 115 yards long. This one at 108.
Glanced on Moreno. Lassiter tried to touch it back to Echeverry. Jolly clears. Vegas. Hendrickson steals it. Jones to Myers. Back to Jones. I'd say Llamosa's okay. Kobe Jones looking for the license plate.
It's going to take a lot to stop Carlos Llamosa from finishing out his task, which is to shut down the LA Galaxy offense, as he's been doing there on Kobe Jones in the first half, several times on Carlos Hermosillo.
Mathis trying to turn Cienfuegos. He's grabbed, no call. Cleared near side. No one can get to it from DC, so a throw in for LA. It looks like they're trying to get Cienfuegos closer and closer to the goal mouth. Hermosillo heads it. Nice play by Hendrickson to free PENA. The second crack at the apple sails high. Hendrickson shielding away the defense to try and open up an alley.
This is what I talked about before. Hermosillo is so good with his back to the goal. He set this up. Jeff Eggers probably saved a goal here as PENA was ready to try and drill that low past Tom Prestes.
65 minutes gone in regulation. Of course, the official time being kept on the field today by the referee, Tim Whalen. Mathis, Moore pass. Olsen steals, looking for Lassiter. Good play by Vanny for LA. Up the line, still in play. Tally to Olsen. Cienfuegos showing some hustle. Echeverry tumbles, call a foul against Los Angeles.
Some real hustle there, perhaps a little over-exuberance by Cienfuegos. Piling into Marco Echeverry. He initially played the ball very fairly, but his body carried into Echeverry.
Echeverry. Whalen moving the wall back. Last far post. Tally heads it. Oh, so close. The whistle you heard was from the stands. The whistle you heard was from the stands, and Tally's header goes wide.
An in-swinger by Marco Echeverry. Look at the wicked bend on this. Kerry Tally at the back post. He heads it solidly. Just barely slapped away by Kevin Hartman.
Here's Mathis. Cienfuegos tries to keep it alive. Could be some interesting matchups next year when DC plays the Metro Stars. Marco Echeverry has 3 minutes that are ingrained in his mind. That was his 1994 World Cup experience when he was thrown out for tackling Lothar Matthäus from behind. And Metro Stars fans are hoping. Of course, right now, DC fans have plenty more on their plate. 67 minutes gone. A 2-0 lead against LA in MLS Cup 99. Looking to regain their crown. Two promising youngsters, Olsen and Mathis, and Olsen wins the battle to Echeverry. Echeverry clears to midfield for Lassiter. Good play by Jolly. Caligiuri pressured, forced to the middle, touch to the far side, a throw in LA.
Well, the difficult surface up the middle, making for a scrappy game at times, and that plays against the LA Galaxy, who are trying to build something, trying to build a comeback.
Myers can't get it past Mason. Cienfuegos to Jolly. Myers to Hermosillo, and again it's Llamosa. Now he's pushing into the attack. Far side, Maisner, he'll come near side, Moreno instead. Moreno has Echeverry behind him. Hustle by Cienfuegos. One thing to note, when Llamosa passed the ball off to Moreno, he started to limp back into defensive position. He is not healthy. Tally. Prest is coming out of his net as Kobe Jones had the angle.
Notice no dribbling exhibition by Tom Prestes there. He got the ball out.
Back heel from Moreno, looking for Lassiter, and almost a beautiful play on goal. Mathis tripped up, yellow card. Tally not happy with Mathis's play. Jones on the quick restart.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Double team facing him, and Polk touches it away, throw in LA.
issued by the referee to DC United, number 3, Tally.
Hermosillo against Llamosa. And look who's back, it's Moreno clearing it away.
Phil, what about that throw-in, though, by Kobe Jones? From the same spot that Marco Echeverry started to play for the first goal. Instead of throwing it long into the box, he kept a little short throw and didn't achieve anything with it.
Here's Jones near side. Let's see what he can do on this play. Back post run, cleared away by Agus. Pena, volley, and Hermosillo, offside. Third offside against the Mexican striker today.
The offside call here, as we see here, the ball, the last defender, and here's Hermosillo in the offside position when it's played in, behind the last defender.
Good call on the far side by Craig Lowry, no doubt about it, and LA needs to have one of those plays go their way to get back in this game today. Here's Vanny. Hendrickson, 20 minutes left. When you take a look at what's going on in the field, it's somewhat fitting when you consider the Dutch heritage of DC's coach. A little bit of Clockwork Orange on display today.
It's maybe more Clockwork Arena, as Bruce Arena established this DC dynasty.
Olsen spins it off the boot, near side Tally. And the Olays pouring out from the stands at Foxborough again. Maisner. They have LA on the ropes. Moreno, tripped from behind by Cienfuegos, no call. Loose ball, finds United. Echeverry, chipping it in. Onside, Olsen, valley side netting. So close to the goal. Beautiful display from United. Let's head down to the field and check in with their coach.
Well, it looks like you guys probably are starting to get some momentum after LA's dominated the second half.
Yeah, you know, you want to weather the storm, obviously, at 2-0. You know, that was our main concern. The first 10-15 minutes. We're settling in right now. We got some injury concerns at a particular time. We need to look at that. CALIGIURI, Kerry Tally. We might have to make some changes.
How much longer till you make those changes?
I'll let the players determine that.
Thank you, Coach, for your time.
Myers far side. Pena in the middle. Cienfuegos.
Oh, look at Richie Williams tie him up.
Still alive for LA. I'm going to call Williams the fireman. Cienfuegos to the middle. Llamosa again. Cienfuegos again. Back post. Volley, Mathis wide.
While in this second half, that's about as close as LA has been able to get, and only because of tremendous hustle by Cienfuegos. He finally shook loose of Richie Williams, who's been hanging on him. Cienfuegos looking to the back post. Mathis takes it out of the air. He wanted to get power on it. But accuracy before power is the way to go in these situations, so you at least force a save. Prestes was scrambling back into position, looked to have the goal covered. And Mathis would have liked to have done better. Olsen, a similar play a moment ago, missed by an even narrower margin for DC.
Llamosa sprawling to make a last gasp effort to stop that cross and paid the price. He is walking off the field. DC's trainer Rick Guter looking to the sideline. It looks like United's going to have to make a substitution.
Attention soccer fans, the attendance for MLS Cup 99.
Simon Elliott has entered the game for Danny Pena. Both of the midfielders. Elliott has a little bit more offense to his game, but this could open some holes in the center part of the midfield for DC to exploit.
Well, Marco Echeverri will take advantage of any space that opens up to hold the ball, kill off some of the clock with some possession play. Our launch counterattacks with Moreno, and Moreno up front. Soniora refused the X-ray on that lower left leg. Says he's ready to play, and now he's going to try and help consolidate this lead for DC.
Agus tried to clear it up the line. Looked like just as he was kicking it, he nailed Roy Myers. You never see Agus go down like he did right there. Might have pulled something, but he'll gut it out. Seniora, 30-year-old Argentine, his third MLS team, and he has found a home in DC. Whether that home will still be there next year, up for discussion. Far side, Moreno, cleared by Jolly into the stands, and a throw-in for United. Top of the box. Lassiter. Williams off the post. Rebound cleared. Caligiuri. Hendrickson up the line. Agus trying to challenge Hermosillo. And Olsen's hard work wins the ball back. Vanny can't get it past Williams. Olsen in a collision. No call. Nice pass to Echeverri. Beautiful work by El Diablo. Laying it back for Lassiter, cleared by Vanny. This could be a chance as Jones looking to separate from Eddie Pope, but Cienfuegos tripped up. Whistle blows. Tim Wayland has stopped the clock. He's going to have a word with Diego Seniora and a little bit more. Seniora, the professional foul on Cienfuegos, and will draw the yellow card in the 76th minute.
It didn't take long, did it? Soniora right away making an impression on the game. I talked to him at the practice yesterday, and he said for sure he's trying to land a contract in either Mexico or Argentina. Those could be pretty lucrative, and that's why he wants to move on from DC.
From behind, Cienfuegos picked John Maisner's pocket. I think he brought it back through his own legs. Far side, Mathis, Hendrickson. Second effort against Agus. Elliott coming over to support. Hendrickson cross. Bangs off Maisner. Jolly to the middle. The volley goes wide.
You talk about Marco Echeverri, the most skillful player in the league. Watch the hustle by Olsen to begin with. Lassiter into Echeverri. Watch this change of pace. Watch him put on the brakes. He has Elliott completely out of the play. Set up a near chance for DC. And then Richie Williams, look at this one. He spanks it off the crossbar. Richie was practicing a lot of shooting in practice yesterday. Hartman up there, but not touching it till after it was off of the bar.
63 miles per hour on the Pepsi Power shot. LA lives to breathe again. 76 minutes gone in regulation. Foul and a free kick for the Galaxy. Vanny switches to Caligiuri.
Well, they're even now. Each team has hit woodwork in this game.
Olsen to midfield. 77th minute. Take a look what DC was able to do in the final 17 minutes of MLS Cup 96. They won it on the golden goal by Eddie Pope. No foul called as Moreno takes a tumble. Foxborough Stadium, MLS Cup 99. Western champion LA against Eastern champion DC, who had the best record in the regular season to lift the Supporters' Shield. Perhaps a double in their reach this year as MLS Cup in their pocket if they can hold on. Elliott fighting at the top of the box. Forces it free, cleared by Pope. Hendrickson on the line. Hendrickson. Elliott, Cienfuegos pumped off the ball. Again, it's Richie Williams. Hendrickson cleared away by Maisner. Throw in LA.
Richie Williams right now a man on a mission with a 2-0 lead. He knows his sole job at this point is to not let Cienfuegos start a comeback.
Loose, touched back by Hendrickson. Echeverri tries to clear. Pressure by Vanny, and Moreno shows some fancy footwork. 12 minutes left. Lassiter almost dummies it to himself and does catch up. Lassiter against 3 LA defenders. Leaves it for Moreno. Echeverry storming down the wing. Moreno turns. Moreno crosses. Jolly tries to head it away. Maisner brings it down. Williams. Agus. Echeverry to Williams to Maisner. Nice cut. Still Maisner to Williams.
That's very nice possession play for DC.
Looking for Maisner. Cleared away by Caligiuri, and you can sense the frustration and exhaustion starting to wear on those shoulders of LA. Olsen on the turn. And a rolling shot from Williams straight into the arms of Hartman. A lot of talk about Richie Williams' play decreasing, his productivity decreasing as the years went on. It is not on display here today. This is the Richie Williams of old.
What a competitor. He's raised his level throughout this match.
Elliott for LA. Chipping it for Hermosillo. Talley throws the body in and throws the ball away. The Grand Prix of figure skating continues. World silver medalist Michelle Kwan, world champion Alexei Yagudin among some of the world's elite skaters. Skate Canada next, 4 Eastern on ABC Sports. Kobe Jones headed away by Senora. Kind of ironic, first goal for DC came against the Metro Stars. Insult to injury.
Senora making the defensive play there, but it was Cienfuegos who was the threat, coming forward much further than he has in most of this game. Desperation starting to seep in to the LA approach.
The injury to Fraser paying another price for LA. We'll tell you more about that as the substitution comes in. Inslinger, top of the 6, punched away by Preston. Caligiuri flying in to keep it alive. Zach Gibson coming in for Steve Jolly. Jolly, the substitute for the injured Robin Fraser. And now with LA trailing, basically a wasted substitute. 10 minutes left. Throw in LA. Zach Gibson picked up by LA and a super sub of sorts for Siggy Schlick. Prestis flies out to snare it, but a foul as Pope was knocked to the turf. 9 minutes remain. Close to 45,000 in attendance here today at Foxborough. 44,910. Not quite to the rafters, but close. On a beautiful day in Foxborough, especially for those wearing the black and white of DC United.
And especially for those remembering the inaugural MLS Cup here in 1996, where the conditions were absolutely miserable.
8.5 minutes left. Echeverry looking for Olsen. Does LA have it in them?
They need a break. They need to force something. It almost has to be a bad bounce situation, a deflected goal, an own goal. And they need to raise their energy level just to keep the ball in DC's end of the field and just to keep DC from establishing that time-killing possession game that they are so good at.
Gibson's first touch forces his way free. Advantage not played. Foul called. Free kick LA. 3 goals for Ibsen this year in the regular season. What a goal it would be if he can get LA back into this. 36 fouls in the match already. 20 against United.
What a momentum swing it would be if LA could get on the board here.
Vanny. Chance for Myers. Over the net. Prestis had it anyway. Last year he had a chance to continue the dynasty of goalkeepers. Simpson in 96. Garlick in 97. But in 98, it was Zach Thornton's turn to lift the trophy for Chicago as Prestis could only look on in a losing effort for DC. 99 could be his year. 6-7 minutes away. Ibsen steps up. Jones against Pope. Cienfuegos challenges. Knocked back towards Lassiter for United. And again, you wonder how different this game would have been if Robin Fraser could have continued to play. Hendrickson, nice run. Jones against Pope. Looking for help. Talley comes over, and the help was all defensive. Chance for Hermosillo, and Tom Prestis needed to come up with a big play, and he did right there.
Well, that wasn't far off. Kobe Jones really creating this attack single-handedly, taking on 3 defenders and not giving up on the play. Hermosillo coming up about a half a step short of being able to poke it past Tom Prestis.
All of the wild cards have been used for Los Angeles, all 3 subs. What does DC have in store, Rob?
Well, Thomas Rongen is pretty much telling everybody what his game is going to be from here on out. Jeff Onger taking off the sweatsuits. Roy Lassiter coming out. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to figure this one out. Offense out, defense in.
Handball on Williams. Quick restart, LA. Tim Whalen says too quick.
Well,
things will get even tougher for Cienfuegos now.
We saw Kobe Jones make an impact just a moment ago, nearly setting up a goal-scoring chance. But the fact is, he's not been a huge factor here in the second half, and it's really because LA unable to establish that rhythm of play, that possession sort of game, which gets the ball on the ground to Myers or Cienfuegos, and then into Kobe Jones or Hermosillo.
More of that telepathy between Moreno and Echeverri on display there. Foul results, free kick DC, and they will take their time. Onger stepping up to the stripe. He will come in, as Rob mentioned, 31-year-old Canadian international. And a strong defensive presence. Williams tries to win it back for DC. Mathis down the line for Myers. Jones trying to turn away from Talley. Lost possession of the ball. Olsen makes sure he won't regain. Jones sprinting back on defense. Good pressure, and Myers finds Kobe Jones. Here's Mathis, far side. Hendrickson appealing. Zach Ibsen will come down the line. Ibsen, poor effort on the cross on one of the rare forays down the far side, and you can sense reality starting to set in on the LA bench.
Well, the bad surface, I think, playing into that poor cross by Zach Ibsen again. And I think I could already hear at the post-game press conference after the celebration by Thomas Rongen and DC United, I could hear Siggy Schmidt, the LA Galaxy's coach's comment about the impact that the bad bounces out in front of Kevin Hartman's goal had on that second goal of this game, which really changed this game completely.
Here's a chance for Onger to step in and grab the ring.
7th minute, entering the game, number 5, Jeff Onger.
First round pick in the '98 supplemental draft. Former player here in New England with the Revolution, and has found a role with DC. Mathis. Jones fighting against Senora, and Eddie Pope there to clean it up. 3 minutes remaining. Only 6 shots on the day for LA so far. The one thing on display today, the dominance of United. Elliott, and no one can make the run. There was little argument that LA this year was one of the top 2 teams in MLS. DC showed how big a difference there is today between number 1 and number 2.
Well, DC caught a few breaks today, but they forced those breaks by pressuring the LA Galaxy, pressuring Kevin Hartman, pressuring Steve Jolley, pressuring Paul Caligiuri. And that's where the goals resulted from. DC really going at the LA Galaxy defense.
Mathis's pass intercepted by Prestis. Prestis's clearance. Vanny wins. Onger. Mathis for LA. Yahoo's been the place to follow Major League Soccer all season long, and if you want to find out all of the post-match significance from MLS Cup 99, check them out. Yahoo Sports and their MLS page. Diego Senora playing a big role in his first season for United. Elliott has a cannon. They might need to unload it here, but he can.
Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you that the official time for MLS Cup 99 will be kept on the field by the referee. Any added injury time will be indicated by the fourth official.
Throwing far side, DC. Hendrickson. Elliott. Mathis. 1 minute left to go on the clock, but remember, the official time on the field, there will be some stoppage time added. But will it be enough? DC thinks not. The celebration starting on the United bench. Mathis. And there's the choppy part of the field that has played so poorly for LA. Jones. Myers. Throw in LA. Less than 30 seconds left in regulation.
Well, hand it to Kobe Jones. He hasn't quit. What a tremendous amount of energy he's expended trying to make anything happen here in the closing minutes for the Galaxy, just to give them a ray of hope.
Hendrickson. Intercepted by Senora. Too much time in the air on that ball. We've hit 90 minutes. We're into stoppage time. 3 minutes. 3 minutes will be added.
3 minutes of injury time.
Hard tackle near side. Kobe Jones going at it. Thomas Rongan off the bench to protect his player. And a melee forming in front of United's bench.
Let's go. As you can imagine, frustration levels very high for the LA Galaxy. Kobe Jones has invested so much in this team over the last couple of years and in this game. And there's the clip by Roy Myers, very obvious deliberate foul. And you see Rongan protesting, immediately coming out to confront Roy Myers.
Kobe ending up pushing Rongan back towards the bench. Yellow card against Myers. Into stoppage time. That'll probably add a little bit more. A collision on the near side signboards. And a goal kick. Far side, it's Jones knocked to the turf. Perhaps Jeff Agus, I guess, standing up for his coach a little bit on that foul.
I think Agus mostly just trying to stop the momentum of one of these last LA Galaxy attacks.
War time continues to tick off the clock. Closer and closer to DC lifting the trophy. Whalen will move the wall back. The Alan Rothenberg trophy, a new one to add to United's mantelpiece. Trying an acrobatic effort was Myers, still loose and just wide. It's been that kind of day for LA.
Seats following the conclusion of today's game. The presentation of the Alan Rothenberg MLS Cup trophy and the MLS Cup Most Valuable Player Award.
Well, that chance by LA a moment ago, just an inch off the foot of Paul Caligiuri. Players mixing it up, the emotions getting the best of them. A championship on the line, but it looks like it's already in the hands of DC United, who have played in this championship game all 4 years of Major League Soccer's existence, winning the first 2.
Frustration level heating up. That's how much LA wanted this trophy. That will do it. Tim Whalen blowing the game to a close. 2-0 DC the 1999 Major League Soccer champions. And we'll return to Foxborough Stadium as ABC Sports coverage of MLS Cup 99 continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
White touch-up paint, $12. Repairs to the net, $35. New camera lens, $300. Goals, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard, official card of Major League Soccer and supporter of the world's game.
Welcome back to ABC Sports live coverage of MLS Cup 99. It's all over but the shout. DC United with the 2-0 victory claims their third title in 4 years. We are back with John Harkes and Alexi Lawless. And John, we were talking earlier, Benny Olsen, kind of the difference in this one.
Definitely was. I mean, DC United basically capitalized on the 2 mistakes LA made, and Ben Olsen played great throughout the 90 minutes.
Alexi, Mauricio Cienfuegos was even on the field.
He was non-existent today for 2 reasons. One, great play from Richie Williams, and second, Cienfuegos couldn't handle the bad field that he was playing on.
Good points, guys. When ABC Sports live coverage returns to Foxborough Stadium, we'll head to center stage and introduce the game MVP and hand out the title. LA loses 2-0.
Yahoo?
En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo, gracias a nuestro Señor Jesucristo, el amor del Padre y la comunión del Espíritu Santo sea contigo, Marco, y también con tu calzado. Amén.
Muchas gracias, Padre, por su bendición.
Buena suerte.
Minnesota's got a lot of snow. There's a lot of potatoes in Idaho. Boston's got a lot of baked beans. There's a whole lot of bowling in Bowling Green, but no one's got a lot of things. Like Amazon's got a lot of books and DVDs. Like Harvard's got a lot of PhDs. Toys, electronics, and tools. Like Chinese poker has a lot of rules. Amazon.com's got a lot.
Jaime Moreno and Ben Olsen scored. DC wins the championship. Let's go down to midfield. Rob Stone has the presentation of the Alan Rothenberg Trophy to MLS Cup 99 champion DC United.
From a rather jubilant, thank you, Jeff. That's a nice looking cap from Foxborough Stadium. Commissioner Don Garber joins us now for the trophy presentation.
Thanks, Rob. It was a great day for soccer. First, I want to congratulate the Galaxy for a terrific season. And now it's my pleasure to present to DC United their third MLS Cup championship trophy. To Kevin Payne, the president and general manager of the DC United, the Alan I. Rothenberg Trophy. Congratulations, team.
And they are champions again, reclaiming their crown in 1999. DC United, the MLS Cup champions. ABC Sports is online at ESPN.com, part of the Go Network.